Good night. Good night. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good morning. Good morning.
Good night.
Here's the note. See ya. See ya. See ya. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good morning. See ya. Good morning.
Good night.
Here's the note. See ya. See ya. See ya. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good morning.
Good night.
Good morning.
Good night.
Here's the note. See ya. See ya. See ya. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good morning.
Good
See ya. Good morning.
Good night.
Here's the note. See ya. See ya. See ya. Good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Hey everybody. I'm getting a little over processed on the background. Pause that render. Discord notification went live for notify live streams. Great. Fabulous. It's all working. It's all happening. How's everybody doing? Maniac, Chance, Sean, Wall, Bonjour, Alex. You changed your name.
You and me both, Prof. I'm exhausted.
There we go. Lighting. I think I look really well lit. I've been working on my lighting skills, guys. I don't know if you've noticed. Cable. How do I pronounce Alex's new name? Volra? Volrazella? I wanna try.
Bought a CD.
You did buy, you bought a DVD. Thank you, Alex, very much. As always, you are fabulous. Currently exhausted, hungry, and excited for the stream. Well, I will be able to brighten up your day, hopefully reduce your exhaustion, and give you FOMO because food is about to arrive. Too low? Volume too low. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. There we go. How's that? I think that's pretty good. It's reverse, Alex. Alex. Zella. Okay. Zella. Zella. Okay. Zella. Fraulu. So, Olaf Zella. That's what I got for the name. Volraf Zella. And I don't know why I gotta get the Italian Volrazella. I love lowering it at the same time you raise it. That's pretty funny. Wolrafzella. How exposed am I? I think I'm pretty exposed. Where's my mouse? There we go. All right, hang on to your butts, guys, because I have false color filters for my OBS. Cat behind me. Thank you, Volrafzella. Thank you, Alex. So I don't know if you know what a false color is, but false color is a term used in the film industry that we can look at exposure through color. So the values of light can be seen at different ranges of colors. I'm going to turn that on. You can see how exposed I am. Exposed to lighting and color. Boom. Okay. Kind of wild. I know. What if I streamed like this all the time? It's almost beautiful to look at. Ha! Okay, so what are you looking at? You see the little gray, the light gray outlined by pink and green on my face and around my hands. That light gray by pink is kind of what you want when you're exposing an image. That's kind of like the sweet spot of exposure for a camera. Everything else kind of is like darker and falled off. I'm as high as a kite and the greenhouse is on fire. But yeah, that's false color. I have a filter now in OBS to do that. Normally, it takes like $100 to $300 monitors just to get this feature available for somebody to use. Now, it's a free filter in OBS, which is free, which means more people can expose better shots more often. And I think that's a great thing. Let me show you, boop, one more time. So an example of, you can see the lighting change. I'm gonna take my hand and cover my little fill light that I now have on the side. Reveal, cover, reveal, cover. And it's just a little bit of fill to really make it different. You can see it on my head when can you see it? Oh, my light died. Oh well. It's because I haven't been charging this thing. Oh well. It's gone. It's fine. It's whatever. It's not like I tried to make myself look pretty or anything with lighting. It's whatever. You know, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Guys, I was in Texas for the last 5 days. How are you? I also have this little edge light now. Look at that. I'm gonna get this going on Instagram, and then I'll jump into like the proper substance that is this stream. You know how it goes. Let's get those Insta boys over here. Ah, son of a gun. Be streaming on the wrong account because I'm logged out of my personal account. Dang it. Whatever. Do you guys have music? You do have music. Great. Everything's going fine. Don't forget to like the stream. Okay, so I was in Texas for the last 5 days, editing a client video and working side by side with my client, kind of redirecting the goal for the video that I've been working on for a while, for multiple reasons. We got a good direction out of it. I got to get out of the city and go in the middle of nowhere and kind of relax and recoup at the same time, which was nice. I've been missing out on the live crafting streams. Amity Isle is great, though. Thank you so much, Alex. That show takes so much work. And knowing that I had to leave for 5 days is why I had to like burn out and rush getting episode 3 done. And episode 3 is now scheduled for just a few days from now. I gotta jump on episode 4 ASAP. I'll probably do that on Sunday. But I got something for you. I have something special for all of you. Your hands look like you've been eating Cheetos. It must be this. Saturation. Okay. Yeah, it's just saturation. Let's see. Don't derail me, Sean. How dare you? You know how I can get. So it was saturation. Drop it by 5. 6. There we go. Boom. Less Cheeto. Still orange, because that's the color of my skin. Tomorrow. Tomorrow or Sunday. My goal has been for the last week, tomorrow. But it will happen either tomorrow or Sunday. I am releasing the first episode of what is a multi-episode one-shot that also takes place in my world. And that will, each episode will release, ideally, fingers crossed, every other week, which is an off week to Amity Island. It takes place in the same world, different time. Hour-long episodes. This one shot is going to be winter themed, heavy on exploration, and for you guys, since you're here on the stream, it's going to be about a small party of adventurers who are hired to go out into the middle of what is the frozen nowhere, the far north of Aeda, to discover some lost history about an age in the past. We have a couple returning players from Amity Island. You can't hear my music because I'm stupid. Here's my music. We have Allie, because Allie has nothing else to do. Jordy will be there. We have 2 new players that you guys have never seen on the channel. We have Mina and we have Dale. Mina is a friend of ours and partner to Jordy, and she normally plays Star Wars 5e, so it was like, all right, come on over and play Dungeons and Dragons. And then Dale, you might know Dale Kingsmill. She has her own channel, Monarch Factory. She was in town and she had some time to play a one-shot, so she came over and we played a one-shot. It was pretty great. So yeah, I think there's going to be about 4 episodes of the one-shot. It could be 5. I don't want it to be 5. That's a lot more work than I signed up for doing the one-shot. I might make the 4th one just a little bit longer, so it's just a 4-parter. But yeah, it's been working. I like it. Would that be a quarter shots then? No, the game was a one shot. Oh, I get what you're saying. The show would be quarter shots, but the game was a one shot. You take one shot each, and then everyone takes a quarter. But not a full quarter. You gotta take a couple dimes and a nickel. That's how it goes, you know? How you expect it to be anything else, you know? Kind of crazy like that. So yeah, I'm exporting the second version of the first episode. Allie and I have been doing our best to do preview reviews, kind of watching the older watching an episode before it goes live, so we can give it notes and review it to see if there's any like bad cuts or things don't make sense or things need to just get taken out because it's really slowing down the piece. It's an extra, you know, hour plus of our day to do that, but it's making great progress in creating a better episode. James, hey. We're talking about what's coming out this weekend, which is a new one-shot. Episode 1 of a one-shot getting dropped ideally tomorrow, worst case Sunday. I've already forgotten, what does the next Amity episode come out? It says on the channel it's going to be, I believe it's this coming Wednesday, the 13th. Yeah. No, it's not the 13th. Don't listen to me. It's the 16th. This coming Wednesday, the 16th. I forgot to put a hook at the end. I have to go back and work that in before I export. But yeah, we got a one-shot that takes place in the same world as Amity Island. It's taking place in the far north, so it's a winter-themed. 2 familiar players, 2 never-seen-before players on the channel, and it's a lot of fun. It's a really fun, goofy, and spooky one-shot. I was really impressed with what came out of it. Thank you. Thank you very much. But this is crafting and painting. And we need things to paint, we need things to craft. So, as I turn my head and rotate my chair. Thank you, Sean, for the chair. No, Brickmaster got me this chair. Sean, you got Allie's chair, right? Sean got you your chair. Who got you your chair?
What's her name?
Am I
Sean got me my dice.
Sean got you your dice.
And my cat dice tray.
Cat dice tray.
And my
It's been a minute.
now, but her Discord name is Cat Lap Curio.
What am I thinking of from Sean? Sean got me something really cool.
Side table.
Sean got me these side tables. God, that's right.
Sean's watching, just shaking his head. Right. See, he just said it. Called out.
Bless you, Sean. The side tables are great. They're stacked up. I have them on both sides now, and everything's elevated, and it feels a lot more comfortable having more storage space right here. It's going to help a lot. Thank you so much. Okay, now that I rotate my chair, and I look over to my minis, and I think about what needs to be painted. I got some windows that need to be painted. Not exciting, but they got to get done. We have bookshelves. Ooh, some fun details. I kind of use them a lot, so I should probably get to them sooner than later. Let's see, what else needs to be painted? The tiles need to get finished. That's a thing that I'm... Hey! Tiles need to get finished. I need to photo scan those suckers. The wooden ones are photo scanned. I should post those. You only listed it as low priority, but I thought they would be pretty useful to you. They are pretty useful, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Looking at the shelves... I have some cacti that I could paint, so some desert terrain. So I got desert, some desert terrain. I have my bookshelves, and I have some windows. It's nothing interesting, but they do got to get done. So that's good to know that that's on the like to-do list. And then there's terrain. Tiles. Let's bring up the top-down camera. Okay. So we have the stone. Oh, that's right. We stained it green. It's been a minute, guys. I really like the stained green. We have the desert look, which turned out really great. Ooh, the psychedelic, like, astral plane kind of look. We got a couple ice ones.
But like we got food.
We also just got food. One lava. Ooh, lava in progress. I never did. Oh, and one tile to still be worked on.
We just had a lot of life happen.
A lot of life happened, and we never got to finishing things.
Give you 2 sauces.
They gave me a couple sauces. Sausages.
No, that says sauces.
Oh, yeah. All right. Got some foods. Got some fries. Heck yeah, guys. Are these painted by you? Yes, they are. Not the food, but the tiles, yes. This one's definitely still in progress, but it was starting to turn out really good. And I see what I was doing better on the in progress one than the older one. The older one was very much just go for it and see what we can turn out. And honestly, it looks really good. No complaints. It looks freaking amazing. This one, if I look carefully, I can see the detailed work that I was trying to go for. And I was really careful with it. Foam, yes it is. They are all made of pink installation foam. So what I'll do is this weekend, I'll pull out the camera and photo scan those tiles right that I just showed you. And oh, the music's not in the top down. There we go. Sorry about that. So what I'll do is I'll photo scan those tiles this weekend. And ideally by next weekend, the Etsy shop should be up with those tiles available to print. It's not a lot of tiles. There's a lot of duplicate happening, but I think that's okay. Just get it. Let's get this up. This is a project that's been in the works. Let's just get it going, and we can improve it as we go. I can upload the wooden tiles as well, which are not painted or made of foam. These tiles are actually made of wood and popsicle sticks. So I'll photo scan those are all photo scanned actually, and I'll just get those going and get those out. I'm gonna make sure they just sit here on the table, in sight, in mind, so I don't mess up. Dip the tiles in the ranch and eat them, please. Any specific brand of foam you'd recommend? The only foam I've really worked with is XPS and EVA. EVA is a really good, long-lasting foam. Just takes more work to get through it. It's just a stiffer, stronger foam. XPS is pink insulation foam that in the States you can just get at Home Depot. I think there's a link to the foam in Amazon, like an Amazon link in the description. I'm not entirely sure. There should be. I want to get into model making, but not sure what type of foam to start with. Model making, I would recommend XPS. Or if you're not in the States, something equivalent. It's just easier to take a knife to and like carve at. It can take some damage, it can break, you can put it back together, it's very lightweight, so it's easy to mess up and make interesting details with. Swordplay and sorcery. How am I doing tonight? I got some food, so I'm doing great. I thought I was gonna get into some painting and crafting, but it looks like I'm getting into some feeding. Potatoes and sauce. Love it.
So every time I tell them, don't put this, and they just leave it all over.
They just keep putting food in your food?
Yeah, I just like, I didn't want the beets and the feta, so there's some check to see if I was trying to put them. But they're here. It's veggie probably, so.
Yeah, it's fine. How was Texas? Texas was hot. It was really hot. It was relaxing because I was in the middle of nowhere. Pretty great. Got to work out, go for walks in nature, and edit a bunch. Oh, and I also watched the Jake Paul fight. It was pretty good. Jake Paul's a really good fighter. I didn't go to Gen Con. Obviously, I went to Texas. But, like... if I went to Gen Con, I don't know what I would do if I went there. I'm not somebody who normally goes to conventions. the only reasons I ever went to VidCon is because my work brought me there. But everyone I saw who went to Gen Con had a great time. What? You went for a walk and didn't make a podcast? I'm sorry. I was hanging out with a bunch of dogs. What can I say? No, it was really helpful and relaxing to like just get out of the city and chill, get some work done. Now that I'm back, hey, this sauce is runny. Now that I'm back, it's just waiting for notes on client projects so I can deliver more edits and get paid, and just edit more Dungeons and Dragons 4 Fables. It is great to connect with other creators. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hanging out. I got to hang out with Jenny D and the Dungeon Dudes. That's really cool. Oh, I was talking about the client's dogs. Like, there were 4 dogs that walked me around the property. Gosh, Sean. What timing to eat food? Yeah, it's just kind of crazy timing to eat food. Yeah. I was like, well, I'll just stop what I'm doing to eat some food, you know. Guys, if we don't get into any crafting or painting tonight, I'm sorry, but at least we get to hang out and check in with each other and make sure we're having a great time and are doing well. So if you find that this thumbnail and title is clickbait, I can't do much about it. So once these tiles are photo scanned, something I do want to make are some like cool stairs, like stone stairs. How'd your guys' week go? Let me know. Fill me in. Don't leave me in the dark. Finally got to catch up on the Jaws campaign. Thank you very much. That sucker is a beast. I already know what the next like few episodes are, and they are so hard to make. Bio Basher, welcome, welcome. You willing to hang out Friday night with us? Have some snacks, chill out, listen to some cool music in the background. Rise and vegan chicken strips. I shared a dude's channel who is doing some awesome mini work. The first video of theirs, I was where for trash bags. Wait, what? Did I misread that? The first video of theirs, I was were for trash bags. I don't think I misread that. Kind of boring week without you. I mean, I warned you. I was gonna be pretty quiet, even on the Discord. The Discord. I was quiet on the Discord. At work, we had gotten over 7,000 parts from a sister company, so I did the most of my week, and it was mind-numbing. That's crazy. There's a lot of parts. Could you imagine 7,000 anything? That's a lot. $3D cosplay stuff for D&D? Ooh. It's 11 over here. How dare you? How dare you, maniac? How dare you have excuses? Did I ask for excuses? No, I did not. It's alright, man. Allie and I just got done watching, what is it, Renfield, where Nicolas Cage plays Dracula. It's a simple movie, done really well. I think it's a simple movie with, like, it's not trying to win any awards. It's definitely a movie trying to have fun with a concept, and it nails that perfectly. Nicolas Cage is really gold. Yeah, and it's written and produced by Robert Kirkman, the guy who made The Walking Dead. So there are moments where, like, it goes hard horror movie, and then there are moments where they're like, where are we? There's some good jokes, like, you can't welcome a vampire in, or a vampire can't walk in until you welcome them in. Make sure you don't have your doormat say, welcome, come on in. It's a pretty good joke. It is just dumb cheese fun, or cheesy fun. Also, both the practical and VFX, well done. For the size of the movie, they really knew where to put it, and what to invest in for the movie. The pig. I have not seen the pig yet. Ooh, bumped the mic, sorry. Yeah, the pig, well, let's be honest. Anything Nicolas Cage is worth watching. It really is. There were moments in Renfield, they edit Nicolas Cage into the original Dracula movie as if that movie is black and white history, not just a movie. There are moments where they tried to replicate the costume and the lighting of the original Dracula movie for just like a hero shot. It's impressive sometimes. We're like, oh, nice. It almost sounds like what we do in the shadows when you describe it. What we do in the shadows. One, what do you do in the shadows? Two, I don't know the reference. I don't know the reference. I don't want to be a dumb little boomer. That's what the internet would call me. A TV show called What Do We Do in the Shadows? Still, I don't know the reference. Because I don't watch television. Like 5 seasons. Getting some images to wake up my brain. From the photos of What We Do in the Shadows, it looks like a not too dissimilar vibe. It's like The Office about vampires. Okay, so there is that element, yes. But then there is actually like horror. Like horror just kicks in because it is Dracula, the Prince of Darkness. Renfield, yeah. There are good action scenes in it. There's some great action in it, and then there's some like good, like kind of okay, but they have fun with it, so it kind of elevates it. Is like if your action scene is okay, but VFX and then performance-wise is really good, I'd say that elevates an okay action scene into a nice, fun action scene. That's my opinion. Do you think I'm wrong about that? Speaking of vampires, the new Dracula movie looks kind of cool. Yeah, I'm gonna see it tomorrow. I love watching all these new Dracula movies because I have on my list of movies to inspire a D&D adventure. One is a Dracula D&D adventure. And I was hoping not to just adapt Strahd. I was hoping to like really absorb some Dracula lore. And the Dark Universe Dracula, there's like a couple good things in there. The Nosferatu and both the 30s black and white English and the black and white Spanish Dracula, amazing. But I have a really cool idea for a Dracula D&D adventure. it would both satisfy expectations, surpass expectations, and then if you're a really like not interesting person, it would not meet your expectations at all. But first, I need to prepare a D&D game for a client, which is kind of a weird thing, but I'm cool with it. Then there is Ravenloft. I didn't want to like just adapt Ravenloft or play Ravenloft. I kind of really wanted to like take things that I like about Ravenloft and really take things that I like about Dracula, it's the movies itself, and see where like how do I make a cool vampire adventure that is not just Ravenloft on camera, you know what I mean? I gotta get Dante's Peak. That is something that I have to make, is a volcano. Antonio Banderas as Dracula. That's pretty funny. I wish I could watch... Oh, helicopter. I really wish I could watch the 1930s Spanish Dracula. I really wish it. If I could find it on DVD, I would buy it and buy a DVD player. If I could only find it on VHS, I would go buy it on VHS. Because though it doesn't have as much star power, and I don't understand Spanish, I'd still watch the heck out of it. But because in the 1930s, when they were, if you didn't know the story, here you go, is when they were making the 1930s Dracula movie, that was the day crew. And it was really important at the time to make, because dubbing didn't exist or subtitles didn't exist. So it was like you had to make an alternate version, and Spanish was the next popular language in Hollywood. Who would have thought? California. So the Spanish crew would come in at night and film their scenes. They would share the same B-roll, and then they would just edit a whole nother, or shoot a whole nother movie. But because they didn't, every minute wasn't as expensive, because star power wasn't there, and second, they had all night. They didn't just have like a few hours in the day, they just had all night to get cool freaking shots.
David, you can buy the DVD on Amazon for $32.
But is it the Spanish version?
Legacy Collection, parentheses, Dracula, / Dracula, parentheses, 1931, Spanish version, / Dracula's daughter, / son of Dracula, / house of Dracula. It has all of them.
I'm checking this. Allie is saying that I can just get it right now.
Make that no offense, you suck at looking things up.
I suck at looking things up?
And the two.
I have it up right now.
Found it, yeah. That's it, you can buy it.
I need to buy this. It's like it's $32. I need to buy this because I need to watch the Spanish version. Okay, let me finish my story. So they would, because they have all the crew, well, they have a huge crew, they have all the toys, they don't need to ask permission to rent which toy, which whatever, they just have what's lying around. They make cinematically, visual language wise, a better motion picture than the 1930s English version of Dracula. Then the editing had to be done in the editing labs at night because racism, and the editing is a better edited movie. It's almost like a decade or a generation worth of quality editing ahead of the 1930s. It's just a smarter edited movie because it's also a smarter shot movie. Plan biscuit, cluster box, several game events, small counters. Technically, Antonio Banderas was a Dracula type figure in Interview with the Vampire. Was he? Interview with the Vampire.
It's so dark and so.
I'm so handsome. Antonio Banderas. I think I've only seen Interview with the Vampire once, and it was a long time ago. I'd probably want to watch Interview with the Vampire again just for the Dracula game to see what I can sneak in there. Almost taking a drum track and writing a new song over it. Pretty much, yeah. Could you? That's such a. It's so expensive but it's such a crazy idea. Okay, now let's reshoot this for the next language version, and we'll have stars and actors that people of this language prefer listening and watching to. So we'll use star power from different languages and different countries. It'd be such a crazy, imagine Mission Impossible shot 5 different ways, 5 different times, 5 different stars. Wow. I look very tan. I'll check my lights, guys. Gosh. I really gotta get a plug for this light. I have it in my shopping cart. They're just a little pricey because they're USB-C. It's just a little light, and I have this silicone condom for it, which will diffuse it. It's a great little fill light. I set it to 15%. This one's dead too. I grabbed a second one, it is also dead. They kinda did. They were the first ones to it. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the dungeon, where magical things may happen that you never planned to find, to see, to hear. Depends on your accessibility levels. I won't be crude and say, the blind spot when my blind assistant helps me every day. It's kind of rude. This would be a fun light to have when I'm DMing, right? Okay, I need to get some hue lights, put right here, so that way when I change the lights, this will change. This would be pretty dope. All right, 3,200, 15%. Put in this little silicone condom. Plug it into a plug that's not plugged in at all. And aim it at me. So, this is what I was for the last few minutes. Take it in, boys. And now I'm just a little bit more lit. I think this looks really good. Pinky's out. Major character turns to the side, lights go on. That was something cool that I liked. I don't have the tech for this, but like it was really impressive on Critical Role's. It's essentially their gothic horror miniseries. It's like every season's only 3 episodes long. And they like to have isolated scenes, they would just like turn everyone's lights off except for the person that's in the scene. It was really cool theater work. Am I out of focus? Cool shirt, by the way. The print is super vivid looking. Thanks! This is from the Fables of Refuge series on the channel, which you can get this shirt definitely linked down below, to my knowledge. And you can buy a shirt just like this and be all cozy and warm. It's great. Look at all these sauces. Man, I'm so worried about like picking up a paintbrush right now, 'cause I haven't picked up a paintbrush in so long. I don't remember how I did the green tiles. Oh man. I don't know what sauces. What about this? What about this one?
Chipotle aioli.
Chipotle ole?
I don't know what that is. Maybe creamy ranch. They might have given you 2.
It is pretty creamy. And then buffalo?
It's all vegan though. Won't hurt you.
This is buffalo?
Yeah.
I got this sauce when roaming through the plains and the wilds of America. Went down to Buffalo to get my buffalo sauce. Good buffalo. I really feel like tonight's just gonna be a hangout, guys. Like, it's not that my brain is like fried and I'm exhausted.
When it's right. Makes sense.
I just want to relax. All right. Yeah, I really want to paint something.
You should just draw stick figures. You should play Hangman with them.
I should play Hangman with this thing. Oh,
You still have your we never finished our research. You can finish with them.
oh, guys.
It was in your pocket, wasn't it?
I got a treasure map.
Yeah, just give them the tacos and they can help you.
It's warm.
It's humid since it's
Mmm.
all 79% humidity. You're also under.
Yeah, but it's not like the old days where it's not a thing. I'm gonna touch the mic. Hang on. Okay, I'm a little bit further away from the mic, but it should be fine. Okay, treasure map. So at a local restaurant, we were waiting, and they have these on the tables. So let's get our inner kid out and do some word searching. Camera's not high resolution enough.
See the word search.
Yeah. Okay, so we've already gotten cheeseburger, tots, lettuce, sprinkles, food truck, puppy, Culver City, K-Town, Riverside, pup shake, treat, and cheese.
Back here.
So let's just get a better outline on things. We were literally doing this while we were waiting for our food. It was great. Just a nice little brain stimulant. Dude, I'm so excited for the one shot to drop tomorrow. Or at least the first episode. Not in the morning.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
The Lost Mines.
I didn't put an ending hook.
What's it called? Lost Mines.
Lost Mines of the Colossus.
It's not a part of your world.
Part of my world, Aida. Do you know how to say my world's name?
Ada.
There we go.
And it should technically be like a prequel because it's before Jaws.
Yeah, it technically takes place about 100 years before Jaws. And on another continent. But they're important things that matter in the long term of not just the campaign, but the world building at large. Different character from Joss. Allie's character in the one shot is a hoot. Alright, so looking for more words. Sriracha right here. Out of all the technology in the world, I'm streaming to you with a discount to Dscryb with Fables D20. Link in the description below. With all the technology, I am streaming me doing a word puzzle, which I think is hilarious. Because I'm not somebody who actually enjoys word puzzles, but my brain just like locked on this, and I was like, yes, must do. That's right. Which one is a vegan club? The diagonal one. Caught up about half the first episode so far. First episode of Jaws is a long episode. It really is. But it's well edited. When it was live, I want to say. But it was super fun. Thanks! I know you said fun. I added the word super because I knew you had a typo.
To answer Chance's question, no, Bryn would not be alive.
Bryn would not be alive during the this one shot. Secret menu. Perfect. I found it.
You eat my salad.
Good boy.
I have the lid on and everything, so like
You're welcome, Stig. Oop, bowl. Birthday. Birthday bowl. That's right. Bryn is Allie's character in Jaws. Bryn is like 20?
I think I placed her at like 21,
22?
22.
22-year-old
like-
half-elf?
Yeah, she just became like of age as an elf where they stopped aging.
Yeah.
Just because I polished my computer for
Echo Park. I know this. I just watched the viewer count just drop. Yeah. Apparently people don't like watching me play this. Oh well. Too bad. It's my stream. I'm having a good time. It's also late on a Friday night, and they can be jelly if they want to be. BFF. Man, it'd suck if they put backwards stuff in here. BFF. Elton John. I see ing. Is that connected to a word? No. Okay. BBQ. Noticing all the diagonals are one direction. Allie, did you have anyone or anything that inspired you while making Bryn? Chance is asking. She has her thinking face on right now.
God, I created Bryn like was it a year ago?
No, at the beginning of the year.
Okay, so Bryn started out.
The only reason Jaws is being released so late compared to when we shot it is because I have to edit it.
I actually think Bryn is an original creation and not inspired.
She's an original creation, you think, and she's not inspired by anything.
Yeah, so
Why is that?
I don't know. Uncut and Bryn I made from scratch.
Oh, shh. It said weekend. There we go. Well, say that again about Marza.
Mars and Bryn were like creations made from scratch.
Okay, so Marza was from scratch, Bryn was from scratch. Why is that different than normal to you? Tenders!
Because, like, Marza, I just knew that I decided to play Tiefling because I had to play that class and I thought there was something really interesting about how they're treated in society for being different.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in the car when we had a car and a song came on and it gave me the very disturbing image that is Marza's backstory when her family dies in front of her. And then in that moment, I decided that's how she would get, well, how I believed Marza got her sorcery power. And then Jared did a really cool thing of like, it was a trick. It was just wild magic given to you based on how refuge magic works. Which we still don't know. It's mysterious world building.
Mysterious.
And then Bryn, I wanted to play
Matcha.
something like. I was trying to stay away from
Chance, can you hear Allie? I see levels, but I just want to make sure you can hear her. Go ahead, keep telling your story. If you have to repeat it, you'll have to repeat it. Strawberry.
I was trying to find a new class. I wanted something that was like magical but kind of like melee, so that's why I tried out the artificer class. Like I think the artificer class is really broken.
You think Artificer's really broken?
Yeah.
I found double. Oh, it is a word.
I wanted Bryn to have both her parents because most of my characters are orphans.
Barker. So, Bryn is currently not an orphan. Do you wanna? You don't? Okay, yeah, no worries. Let me see what I can do.
Is it too complicated?
It's just work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just tired. To answer Chance's question.
Let me set it up. What mic you on? You're the red mic. right, Allie, give me a soft test.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay. All right. I'm very tired. Okay. So I believe Bryn was an original creation, just like Marza. Marza, I decided I wanted her to be a tiefling because I was trying to make myself not be an elf because I'm always an elf. And I really liked how in the book it talks about how tieflings are judged for their devil bloodline and not treated well in society. And someone who is half Irish, half Mexican, I was like, I want to play with this. And then when I was in the car listening to music, I imagined the horrible image that is the backstory of Marza seeing her family die in front of her.
Good news. I found Elton John. Keep going.
Nice. And that like incorporated why she was a sorcerer. Bryn, I was
Festival.
like, it's been a while. I'm gonna be a half elf. I don't think I've ever I've been an elf on camera as Phalar, but that was during like quarantine, so I don't really count it. And since in Carmichael's world, hi Johnny Boz, by the way.
Hey, Johnny.
In Carmichael's world, there's something going on with his elves where after the first age, I believe, they started losing
The First Dawn.
they started losing their lineage, and so they became half elf, which is elfkin. So it's the closest I can get in his world. I decided to be blonde because most of my characters are redheads.
Are they redheads? They are redheads. I found Max.
Except for like one of mine. I think Berg in your game, Berg is like marble skin, black hair. But Nestariel she's like a strawberry blonde. So I wanted Bryn to be blonde. I gave her space buns because it felt very like steampunk. So I knew I wanted her to have like a steampunk vibe, which is why I went with Artificer, because I wanted her to have like a scientist vibe.
Dog pile.
I wanted her to have a scientist vibe, which is why I believe I went for Artificer. But at the end of the day, the class I think is a little broken. I also think if you're leveling up every session, it's a lot to figure out.
That's another thing
It's a very complex class. And it's not, it doesn't work for what you wanted to do with the game.
To clarify, in Jaws, so it's like what you guys are going to experience is like every 2 to 4 episodes will be a session of gameplay, and every session the players leveled up if they survive. Artificer, Stig mentioned Artificers. He enjoyed the pet kit bashing aspect of it.
Maybe I didn't look at that one. Because I really wanted something like I had created that I wanted Bryn's family to own an armory. I wanted them to be focused on like armor infusion. I also,
I found aioli.
So Bryn was actually kind of based off, very loosely. I just remembered this. The blacksmith in A Knight's Tale.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that.
Yeah. So she's loosely based off her. So I really wanted it to lean into that part of Artificer, which was like infusing weapons and infusing armory.
I found Monty's meal.
Good job. But the Artificer class doesn't really allow that in the way I wanted it to. So I think like if I wanted to play it the way I wanted to play it, Cmike and I would have to sit down and like really homebrew it.
I found lemonade.
I also wasn't in love with like the list of spells that Artificers were given. I felt they were mostly
The spells were a little weak.
they are support and what's the other term?
It's just support.
Utility.
Support and utility, yeah.
So I couldn't really do much in battle, and I only had one attack, and it wasn't that like big. So while everyone else could do stuff around me, everyone had multiple attacks like by level 3, and I was literally doing one hits, and if I missed, that was my whole turn, and it was just kind of sad.
Yeah, you functioned play-wise like you were a frontline fighter, but you could only get things as if you were a supporter.
Yeah. So that's when Cmike and I talked, and I was like, can I become a sorcerer?
And he said yes. And then he's like, why don't you make your whole class a sorcerer? I said no, because I want to be proficient in armor. Bryn was also really high in dex and strength, which I liked, especially for a sorcerer. So I just flipped her intelligence and charisma, which is why
They haven't gotten there yet.
you'll see there's a little personality transition, but I think it fits. But but that is why there's a change.
Yeah.
I mean, I had already the personality in mind for her, but I went farther with it as it went. And you'll see, like, in the character art that Taco made, I don't know if you cut us out or did you use the backgrounds in the character art?
I did not use the backgrounds.
Okay. I could probably post it on Discord. The background that Taco was able to generate was like really cute. Like it was in a potions lab. So like that's why Bryn's focus is a potion bottle, because it gave me like that steampunk mad scientist kind of vibe. Yep. So that was her inspiration. So
Yeah,
you'll get to see more of her use her potion bottle.
Story-wise,
action.
going from artificer to sorcerer.
I mean, it worked for you because you got to play into your magic world building a bit.
Yeah,
And it didn't feel
it didn't
wrong.
disrupt the story.
No, we made it
because the
work.
point of the change was not like, oh, I want to evolve my character, which is very spoilery. Instead, it was, hey, a player is not enjoying an aspect of the game, so we had to course correct. And I think we course corrected. What session? Session 3 or session 4?
When we became level 4. Or no, it was like going into when we were about to become level 5. I think I actually played
So session 4.
I think I actually played level 5 for one session, and I had gotten this thing about armor. It was really confusing. Like Sting said, since they only played 10 sessions, it was really confusing. And that is the other thing I think for Artificer. Like if I were to play an Artificer again and to really figure out the madness of that class, I would want to play it in a slow form campaign.
Much slower, yeah.
When you rush through, like the way we rush through level ups, like you don't really have time to learn complicated stuff.
No. Which was a learning curve for even me.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna tell you guys what class I play in the one shot, but we were level 6s, so, and I played a new class. Luckily, it wasn't
I found single.
that hard, but it was still like a weird feeling
I found Smokey.
of playing a level 6 class I'd never played before.
You had a lot of fun on the one shot.
I did. Excited for them to see it.
The
That's
first episode has a lot of good stuff in it.
Oh, it's chaos.
It's so much fun.
Like if you guys thought we were chaotic on Jaws, well, they haven't seen the chaos in Jaws yet.
Jaws.
They've seen
go-
some.
People get off. The players get off the rails. Like in the later episodes of Jaws.
Yeah.
It is so fun.
But yeah, the one shot we went off the rails immediately because it's only a one shot.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me with the one shot was learning. Keep the game moving. Don't stop.
In time management.
And time management. It was a big thing I had to learn during Jaws, but even more so in the one shot.
Yeah, and I agree, Sting, because like you are only playing these characters for one game. I feel like you're less, in my opinion, I'm less concerned about living. So I just kind of like
I found buns.
throw all chaos to the wall because I'm only here for this one game. Yeah.
With 30-ish episodes of Jaws, that feels like it's almost a half a year's worth of videos.
Yeah. Well, but it felt short because it'll feel long to them, but it's short for us because we filmed it in like 14 days.
What I'm worried
spaced
about
out.
What I'm worried about is I feel overwhelmed by how many episodes I have to edit. And I feel almost uncomfortable shooting another adventure when I'm still editing an older adventure.
We'll see where you're at in the fall when it's cooler to potentially film Blade Runner. Maybe we even do
Well,
it.
even Blade Runner being a one shot, like it's overwhelming to me
That's what I'm saying. We'll just see where we're at.
because I still want to do Dante's Peak and
You can't
A
do
Knight's Tale.
You can't do all those this year.
No, I can't do that this year.
Yeah.
But like, Jaws is going to be releasing throughout the rest of this year and going into next year.
Yeah, we'll figure out. That's what I'm saying. You might get ahead. We don't know what's to come.
It's true.
What moment are you talking about, Chance? What do you mean? How would? Oh, the opening. When you dropped the opening on me about whether or not his wife lives or not.
Oh yeah.
Cruel man. You know, I think one shots are really good for shy players. It really gets them out of their shell, and they only have to worry about creating a character for that one moment. So that's a good point.
Yeah, I agree. It's also, I think it's really important to tell people to DMs if you have a player who
The evidence is right here.
yeah.
He ate a cookie that he said he would refuse to eat. Ooh, Ushu 404 became a skeleton.
Thank you, 404.
Thank you.
Is it Isu or Ishu?
Isu?
Isu? It's a cute name.
And I know they have a cute little anime photo.
They do. What I like to do as a DM is if I have a shy player, I force them to step up and play.
Roar can't see the chats. What's new?
Roar, it's right there. We see you, Roar. I force them to step out of their comfort zone, but if I know that they're like uncomfortable or shy, I try to make sure that it's a very welcoming experience.
Yeah.
I got just a few more words left.
That's weird. Well, we also might have missed it, Roar, so I apologize. We'll say it's our fault.
Are you sleepy, Ellie?
So tired.
I found rescue.
Good job. I don't know where Luna is. She must be in the bedroom.
She probably went to bed.
No, she normally sleeps out here with us, so I would be shocked if she was sleeping in the bedroom.
It'd be interesting if she's in a cubby.
I am gonna go to bed, guys. I answered Chance's question. You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I'll probably be up. Let's see, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for an hour and a half. I'll probably stream for another hour.
Wake up early.
Yeah, another hour will be about... Oh, it's not that bad. Maybe another half hour. Let's do another half hour. Because I gotta wake up at 6. I won't. Thank you. Everyone's wishing you a good night. She says good night. Misfits. Schnoodle? Now we got chocolate and ketchup left. There's no reason it would be diagonal in the other direction, because nothing else does that. But it might. It just might.
Very strange.
I found chocolate. Last time I saw her, she went in there. Is she under the couch? I'm crafting words tonight, everybody. Man, they just stacked them right there. There's so many.
Oh my god.
What?
Do you see it?
Oh, she's on a black backpack. She's just she's a black cat laying on a black backpack.
Can you please tell them where she
Luna, are you on a black backpack? World of Warcraft. World of Wordcraft.
I'm guessing they heard me because Prof said cat.
Mm-hmm. Ketchup. It's one more word, guys. Oh, I found it. Ketchup. It's stacked with the rest of the diagonals. Like it's like they stacked them all right here.
It's like she can't go far.
There we go. Those are all the words.
Good job. See? Wow, there's a lot of
Diagonal ones, right?
You just helped your brain tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
I feel my frontal cortex exploding in growth and power. Dude, let's go all the way with this. Connect the dots, guys. Oop, oop, almost went to the wrong one. I'm an artist. I just rotoscoped that dog. An illegal emoji? How dare you? The federal government will find you. Ooh, cables. Cable. There we go. Guys, it's been so long. First and only time we'll hear rotoscoped when talking about drawing. It's getting late for me. I'm heading to bed, everyone. You got D&D tomorrow? Congratulations, Chance. You have a good night and you enjoy the D&D game. The melted smiley on accident? I guess it's illegal. The feds came for you. You have been judged and you have been weighed and you have been measured. I'm gonna turn on that fan.
Oh, I was gonna say we should put that phone on the bedroom, but you want it for you.
I want it for me, because I'm selfish. I am a selfish boy. It feels so good having that fan on. It's a crime. Oh. Guys. So this Dracula movie. $32 on Amazon. It's a DVD, so I would need to get a DVD player as well. So let's see how much this would cost. Ooh, $32 new. I could get it for $7 used in good condition. Signs of wear, 100% satisfaction guaranteed, ships direct from Amazon. $7. Okay, so I need a DVD player. I have a DVD player to USB-C. They don't sell them for USB-C, but they sell adapters for USB to USB-C. This is how old the tech is. And that's why Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be the last DVD Disney produces. Which is still wild to me. $40 for the DVD player? It's more than the DVD. $40, I'll only use it that one time to watch Dracula in Spanish. It's not worth... I can rent a DVD player from my local movie theater. More. Let's see, where do they have it on their website? Choose your theater. Los Angeles. It's an in-person thing. Okay. So the theater that I go to, Alamo Draft House, you can rent DVDs and a DVD player. So that's something I'm going to keep in mind. Look at that. And just cover that light. Whoosh. Whoosh. Good lighting. Physical media is better at times, especially for a blackout, which we have once in a while. As long as you have the battery to power the TV and the media player, You should be fine, yeah. I wonder, like, they could reduce, rather than not make any more DVDs, they could actually just double the price of DVDs and produce half as many. Or a quarter of many. Make it very rare and just stack up, put up that price, and those collectors, those people who are willing, they would buy it. Otherwise, it would incentivize people to head over to the streaming platform. But yeah, it's just a time when we're never going to own the movies that we want to watch anymore. So, what really is the value of a movie? Losing power and internet like every other day? That's rough. Oh, guys, I'm yawning a lot. My body is telling me to go to bed. If I can just stick in for 15 more minutes, I'd feel better. You know that kind of tired where you can feel it in your legs and your arms that you're tired? Yeah, but the riff-raff are diamonds in the rough. Debating on when taking a long rest. I do. So I have a list of videos I want to make. I should talk about that. I haven't had my monthly backer stream yet because I was off in Texas. Ugh. Ah. Oh. I might make it an October stream. I feel inappropriate by saying that out loud, but I might do it for my mental capacity. That might be a thing, guys. I do want to make a bunch of videos talking about my homebrews. I say a bunch, but it might just be a handful. Depends on how long the recording goes. Doing the like reacting videos where I just watch other D&D content and react to it live has helped me a lot in creative, in the creative process, in having ideas for videos. Because I don't like, oh, someone else uploaded this video, I should talk about that topic too. I hate it. It feels not good. Just because somebody else uploaded a video about health potions, I don't want to upload a video about health potions. So, or I don't want at least their video to be the reason I'm making one, right? I don't want to play the keep up game. I want to make videos that are sparking in my brain. So having the react stream where I react to other people's D&D content and my opinion gets just pulled out because it's like, have a great night and weekend, Cmike. Roar, if you're heading out, it was nice seeing you. Hang on. Hey, can you hear me? 1, 2. Hey guys. Okay, good. I just have, okay. So the first time I went to black, that was a user error. That was my fault. The reason we're in black right now, you gotta turn off the camera for privacy purposes. So, what was I saying? The camera will come back like in a minute, so just hang on. What was I saying? Oh, I like the React streams because I get to just out my opinion based off somebody else's idea. And if I find that I feel no dark vision allowed on Fables, guys. I find that if I react to a video or an idea and I have a strong enough opinion that after reacting it lingers with me, that's a video I want to make. It's something I want to talk about more. And so doing React, D&D React, I guess, it really like helps me filter through that like social pressure dynamic on YouTube. Yeah. So I stream the reacts on the Cmike channel right now, and I'm uploading those moments as shorts. All good. Then, but it's all happening on the Cmike channel, which is fine. The whole point of putting it over there was to kind of test, because branding wise, it might not be what you subscribed to the Fables channel for, and I didn't know how that would how that you guys would respond to it. So posting it somewhere else and testing it out felt really good and smart. Am I good? Boop, back. Let's go hyper. Let's go hyper with this, guys. Let's have some fun. So I find that while tossing it up on the Cmike channel and then tossing up on the Cmike Instagram and then Fables TikTok, I found that overall it's just good content. And I think that's okay to put on Fables. Like, right now you're watching a live stream about me, right? Not a Fables game. You're watching me. So, unless I'm confused, part of this channel is me. So it makes sense to just put it over here now that I've like experimented and understand it. The vlogs you helped make for Corridor were also still some of the best I've ever seen. Thank you very much. Maybe there's a way to tie that sort of thing into Fables. Not while I'm the only person like on the post-production side of this channel. If I'm editing the games, I can't really edit almost anything else, which is also a reason why it's slow for releasing talking videos. It's just a lot and not enough time in the day, and the channel's not popping off as hard as it should to compensate for that amount of work to make sense. So I have to do freelance work. So it'll get there to a point where, like, because I've thought about that too, Stig. There will be a point where that can come back around full circle. I think so. Makes sense to me. I have clever friends too, who might have ideas floating around they don't need. It's true. I just need to reach into their brains for them to give it to me. That's all that needs to happen, right? That's all that needs to happen. Dude, the cat in the background, guys. Yeah? You bathing? Hey, big boy.
Just eat.
Did you just eat? Dude, this vision is crazy cool. Yeah, I think. Yeah, my brain just paused. But also, what you're doing is great. Sometimes it just takes patience. Yeah. I think the Jaws series and the approach that I'm taking to D&D content, starting with the Jaws series, is a big leap forward. A big hesitation for the longest time before reaching that type of content was like just the hardness of doing that work. It was just hard, and it was very intimidating and extremely stressful. And with Jaws, I was just like, I'm gonna take the leap of faith. Ivory, hey, just wanted to say, been lurking for a bit, just got home from a super long day, just happy to jump in for a chill convo. Hello from Glitch too, say hi to Glitch for me please. Love the acid camo. Reeled in for the whole Jaws episode 1 and 2, thank you so much. Episode 1 I think episode 1 is a pretty good success, honestly. Looking, not just at views, but it definitely hit 1,000 faster than I thought it would be. It's almost there. Yeah, my subscribes are like 50,000 or something, but it doesn't often feel that way. It feels like I'm a much smaller channel. Watch time on Jaws is really good. It's very good. For the episode 1, it's fine. It's mostly because it's long. Around the halfway mark, it kind of starts to dip. And then because episode 2 is like half as long, it does twice as well as the first episode. It just has less views. And that's natural. I think Jaws as a series is going to get more views over time when there's a bigger library to sit and binge and watch, and if you want to go back and rewatch. That makes sense to me. And I'm curious if I can actually release this one-shot series at the same time, starting tomorrow/Sunday. We'll see how it goes. Still gotta get the thumbnail done. I was hoping to export it today, but I re-edited it a little bit and that added more time. And I need to add something at the end to be kind of like a hook for the next episode. That being said, I need to shoot the talking head, my like intro talking head. Ugh, so crazy. I'll probably shoot that right after the stream. Yeah, I think it's a good approach moving forward. There's a couple things about the creation of Jaws that feels right, but also is like I don't see that in other D&D content, and I'm really happy about that. Right? It better do well. I mean, we worked our butts off on like Star Wars, and Star Wars didn't nearly do as well as we were hoping. So my expectations going into Jaws was really, really low. But I'm happy, let's see. I'm happy with how it's being received. Let's see. Look at the first episode. Yeah, it's like slightly plateaued on the back end, but it also hasn't plateaued at the same time, which means it can grow. It's a good thing. Let's see, how's the second episode? The big thing for me is getting the next episodes more views. I think getting carryover viewership is the hardest part and the thing that I'm worried about most. Alex Carney, what's up? Glitch, Mixmaster Mike. Wicka 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 woo. It's fine if the trailer doesn't get any more views. The trailer is really... What I like using the trailer for is... like if I want to share the series with somebody, just giving them, like, yeah, here's a 1-minute clip. It's super helpful in the pitch. Are you back from your trip? I am back. I am home once again. Yes, I'm back. Someone give him his medicine. He's going back to sleep again. Quick, draw something on his face. Oh, guys. This chair is amazing. Am I playing boulders as a D&D guy? I don't have the time. I would love to. Love's a strong word. It looks fabulous. Everything I see from it, fabulous. I don't know about playing a game where it's a video game where I have to digitally roll to attack. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's been a Baldur's Gate kind of thing, but I don't want to roll dice in my video game. If I push X for attack, I want to attack. I don't want there to be another thing in my way. Like, it's a video game. It can process things to interrupt and interfere and dodge and block. I'd probably rather play Elden Ring. Do you do a game stream? That'd be pretty funny. Micromanage everything. If that's a lot of work. I would be open to live streaming video gameplay if a few things lined up. 1, I had a gaming computer. 2, a monitor to go with that computer. 3, I got a mouse and keyboard, so that's fine. 4, I had 2 editors for Fables. So I didn't have to edit any of the videos. Editing takes up a lot of time, even with the AI. And in fact, editing with AI, or at least the AI that I use, now that I've used it plenty of times, at first glance, it looks like it does like 80% of the work. That's not true. It does more like 30% of the work. It just feels like 80 because it removes so much of the monotonous things out of it that makes it easier to approach my editing. I'm hoping for the next update that does another 30%, and I would feel really good about it. Yeah, but it's still like an hour playing a video game is an hour not editing. And the new approach to the D&D games, there's a lot of editing. Get some college kids to do it for free. You know, I wish I could be comfortable with that. I really do. How does AI know what you want to keep? So, it doesn't. That's not how I use the AI. The AI has 3 functions. 1, it can cut out dead air. And it's based on scanning the audio and looking for different volume levels, and that's basically it. It's a very simple concept. I don't use it for that tool very often because it's a very finessey thing. Instead, I use it for the other 2 reasons, other 2 utilities for it. 1, creating social clips. It is very good at taking an in and out point and removing all the tiny technical steps between me having a creative thought to the next creative thought. To go, take this moment and micromanage your way to putting it on a new timeline suited for vertical. Great. And then I go in and I make sure the shot is lined up because that's a little bit of a creative taste to it. And I look at it, great, export. I just got a 30-second social clip, done. The first one, which I use it the most for, is camera switching. It doesn't actually edit out anything. It just switches between all the cameras. I have to do a lot of work though. I have to sync it. I have to line up the timeline correctly, make sure everything's with like all my layouts and everything are there. Where does the episode start? Where does it end? So it's just cleaned off on the heads and tails. And then I let the AI scan the audio, and it essentially cuts to the camera of who's talking. Very simple work. But what that does for me is when I then go in like a half hour later when it's done for 2 to 3 hours worth of footage, I go in and I either see something I like or something I don't like, and I can make a creative call on changing that, which is far, far easier of a processing choice in my brain than going, what should I cut to now? Infinite options, right? I now go, that's good, or no, that should be this instead. And at the end of the day, you know, the D&D game is essentially some form of a podcast, right? You kind of just want to cut to the person who's talking anyway as default. So why not have the computer just make that default choice right away and get it done? Yeah. And yeah, just get that done. And then I go in and edit through that, and there are times where I'll cut to this instead, or I'll clean up this spot and now it's too jumpy to even be a good cut, and I'll just put B-roll over it anyway. So it's like, it doesn't even remove my job, or it is making it 10% easier to edit by removing 30% of work that is not creative in any way. The next update for the AI is meant to do it to the audio. So whenever a microphone is, in comparison to the others, not as loud, it will either disable that part of the audio or lower the volume on keyframes. I'm waiting to see how it's approached. I'm talking to the designer, the developer, to really like give him feedback. Fast, cheap, or good? I'll take cheap and good. I'll give up fast any day of the week. I used to get drums edited for me, and that's a freaking nightmare job. Tons of kids looking for experience. 1, cut dead air. 2, focus multicam towards speaker. Sounds very helpful. Yeah. Waves has a new plugin that eliminates room reverb. That's pretty cool. The biggest hiccup for me to have editors help me is my footage. So for like talking heads and simple stuff like that, that's not a lot of data. I could upload that to Dropbox and have anyone help edit that. That's not my concern. And it's not the thing that takes up most of my time or worry. It's the games. The way I want to get help for editing that is actually have a second laptop, which I need to save up for because they're expensive. I think, what is it on Amazon? I have it in the Amazon cart, the backer support cart, so you guys can see the things that I'm like looking forward to getting. And if you ever want to contribute, you can go to the supporter doc in the description below, and you can get to the Amazon link. Yeah, it's like $1,700 for this freaking laptop. It's a M1 Pro Mac. No, it's an M2 Mac Pro. It's crazy. I would have that laptop here, connected to an SSD with the footage on it, and then I have the editor Parsec in to edit it, because the amount of footage that we're talking about is ridiculous. All of Amity Island, all of it, is close to $14 terabytes. Honking gonna do a snooze. Professor Maniac, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm gonna be checking off in about 10 minutes now that I'm looking at the clock. It is late and I need to wake up early. So if we're talking like a single episode's worth of footage is hundreds of gigs, pushing to terabytes, right? I can't put that on a hard drive and give that to somebody. I can't upload that to Dropbox. And the editor has to come to me, and I don't have an office or anything like that. So just saving up to spend $1,700 on a laptop is kind of the right way to go. Cmike, is there a way to connect your local server to a cloud through Adobe CC? So that way, if the hard drive is on my home network, it comes up as a cloud server on somebody else's end. Is that correct? When is next Anmini? It is... Does my channel not show it? Because it's been scheduled since day one. Episode 3 has been scheduled to release since day one. It's scheduled for this Wednesday, the 16th. Let's go to my channel. Yeah, it's supposed to show upcoming events on the channel, and it doesn't show it, and that's really buggy. I'm gonna write down on YouTube to look that up, Glitch, so that way I can take a look later. Adobe CC network setup. There we go. So I can see that search later. It says it's supposed to be showing it. Now let's remove it, publish, and add that back onto the channel. Upcoming live streams. Publish. View channel. Does it not take a premiere and think of it as a live stream? Is that the problem? Oh. Put it at the bottom. Yeah, it doesn't see it. That's so weird. Like on the back end, it says it's there. Well, I set it to, if you're a subscriber and you return to the channel, you'll be able to see it. Waves as a bundle and sales. Look into that at least. But I love those guys. Waves, 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 waves. My brain. Waves! Now I remember. Yep. See, Mike, I'm not entirely sure how the Adobe Cloud editing works, but I know you can access Photoshop saves through it. So maybe it works with Premiere. I mean, if it works with Premiere, that's cool, but does it work with 1.5 terabytes of footage? That's the question. Mixmaster Mike, you have a good night. I'm gonna wrap this up in about a minute. So that's why I'm like, Parsec makes the most sense. Like, it's just one thing where you just like log into the computer and put in a few hours of worth of work. And I just make sure there's 2 monitors for people who want their 2-monitor view. That's what makes sense to me. It's just an expensive upfront cost. And then anyone who wants to edit can edit. Or learn to edit D&D content and learn how to edit aggressive podcasts and gaming content. Will have the best experience learning. Because I find that when I edit on Parsec, the hardest part is finessing sound design. That's the hardest part. But we'll get there. Tomorrow or Sunday, probably Sunday. The one shot will drop, the first episode of the one shot, and then Wednesday, episode 3 of Amity Island. Then, I need a race to get episode 4 done. And 5, 6, 7, and 8. While also getting episodes 2, 3, and 4 of the one shot done. And then once the one shot is released, bump the mic, sorry. Once I release all the one shot episodes, I can sit down and film a bunch of talking videos about homebrews and some of the things I've learned about world building and stuff like that. That's what sounds like a plan. Allie and I reviewed episode 3. You guys are going to like episode 3. You guys are absolutely going to love it. Yeah, you guys are going to get 2 hours worth of content in this week. It's pretty wild. Kind of tired. All right, then. Let's call it. I'm so tired, let's call it. Are you making popcorn over there? Yeah. Well, that's what I've been calling every time my cats take their claws to, like, fabric, and it's just... I call it making popcorn. Yeah. Are you bumping? All right, everybody. You have a wonderful, absolutely grateful, beautiful rest of your day, afternoon, evening. And good night. I will see you guys on the live chat for the one-shot episode 1 and the live chat for episode 3 of Amity Island, which is this Wednesday on the 16th. And on Tuesday, there should be another live stream midday. Until next time, guys.
Good night. Good night. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night.
Good afternoon, good evening,